Good afternoon, everyone. We are the Mullet family. Thank you for joining us. Sunday afternoon. Today we're on a stroll here along the Kootenai River in northwest corner of Montana. It's just an old road bed that goes along the river, goes back to an old apple orchard. Kids always love to come back in here. There's cliffs to climb and there's rocks to throw into the river. Kind of an cloudy, overcast day. We've got some sheer cliffs in behind us here. And we got the Kootenai River flowing behind us. This river comes out of Canada, flows into Montana, flows through a corner of Idaho, goes back up into Canada, and then comes back into Washington. Jordan, did you find yourself a nice little walking stick?
Yeah. I want to go back hike. Big splash.
So we have an old, dilapidated log home here that must have been someone's house many years ago.
See this? These were not cut with a sawmill, these were hand hewn. Hey Jerome, you see these marks on this log right here?
Yeah.
Even though this is flat, this was not cut with a saw. This was hand hewn. What they would do is they'd put a log down with a string a lot of times, and they chop it with an axe, and they had what they call an adze, where it's kind of a flat looking thing where they chop. And some guys are really good at it, obviously. Well, look how straight they are. I mean, they don't wobble at all. So this just looks like it's the old, what's left of it. What used to be a homestead here, up what the locals all call the sheep range. A lot of sheep in this area. They come down here. They're usually here a lot of times of the year, but there's something about the habitat and the terrain that they like in this immediate area right here. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. Today we're going to be making ice cream. Homemade ice cream.
Yeah.
Now I know everyone has their own idea of homemade ice cream. Hey Jordan, we're going to be making ice cream today. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Homemade ice cream?
Yeah.
You want to crack it too?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my first memories of homemade ice cream go back to when I was about this little guy's age. Jordan is 4. And I remember wintertime was usually when we made our ice cream. We didn't have freezers that I can recall up until I was probably about 10 or 12 years old. Then we had freezers where we could make our own ice in the summertime. But usually when it got cold out, November or so, first snow, my mom would make ice cream. And the recipe that my mom has is a fairly rich recipe. It doesn't call for any thickeners or gelatins to make it thick. It actually has the real ingredients in it. I'm talking egg yolks and a lot of heavy whipping cream for the texture and the smoothness. So it's really rich. Okay, so let's get started. First thing we do is, this is gonna be like a maple nut. So we're gonna take some pecans and we're gonna brown them. Okay, the way I brown them is I just, again, obviously get the pan going and then just a little dab of butter in there. Okay, so for this particular recipe, we have a 4-quart freezer. What we do is we separate the yolks from the eggs, and what I like is about 8 yolks for a 1 gallon container. Sometimes I put 10 in. Oops, fish that one out of there. So what I do is I put about a cup and a half of milk in here and get it warmed up. And what we're gonna do is we have to bring this up. We're gonna beat the egg yolks and simmer them for 1 minute, just so they start curdling just a little bit. And you have to be really, really careful to stay with it and stir it continuously. Otherwise, the egg will separate on the bottom and it will burn. So you really have to stay on top of it. What I usually do is I put all the milk in, which is 3 cups. Bring that up to a boil, and then the rest of the ingredients, the cream, will go in later once it's cooled off, like as we're putting it into the can to freeze. So got most of that yolk out there. So now we have to stir this. Another trick that works really well. We personally don't have a microwave in the house. We decided years ago that we're not going to have a microwave. Yes? You want to use your pencil to mix it? I don't think we use that. Something that works really well for this is using a microwave. You can put it in there, it'll boil for a minute or however long until it starts curdling, and you have no worries about it burning. This pan here, if it's because it's heat on metal, you have to really be concerned about it not burning. Just trying to try to get all the egg yolk out of that thing. It's like these are coming along. Okay, next step is to put about 1.5 cups, 2 cups of sugar. Some people like a lot more sugar. I personally don't like that much sugar in with it. This particular batch, we're going to have like the maple nut flavoring, and you can put in whatever you want. There's sometimes, in the summertime, we'll do strawberries. We've done blueberries, blackberries, whatever you like. You can put in here whatever you like. You got the maple or the vanilla flavoring in there, and now we're going to put some real maple syrup in it. Like I said, you really have to stay on top of it once it starts heating up. Oh yeah, a little bit of salt makes it good. I've experimented over the years. There's a few ice creams flavors that I really like that some people might not like. I've made it in a coffee, and I've also made it in peanut butter. Now, believe it or not, peanut butter ice cream is really, really good.
Peanut butter ice cream.
This little guy got a haircut last night. Okay, we're just starting to simmer. Usually about a minute, minute and a half. After it starts simmering, the egg will start to curdle just enough to the right point, and then you take it off. Okay, it's been boiling for a good minute, minute and a half now. I'm gonna pull it off. Okay, so this is what you're looking for. You got just a slight curdling right there. That's perfect right there. Starting to thicken up. You don't want to overdo it. So at this point, this is as far as we're gonna go with this. This needs to cool off. When I'm ready to freeze it, I'll add this whole container, and this is 32 ounces of heavy whipping cream. And then I'll put these nuts in at that time also. That way they will stay nice and crisp while we eat it. If I put it in now in this hot, they'll kind of soak up and get all mushy. So what you have when you put them in later is you have that nice crisp crunch. We'll let that chill for a few hours. This afternoon, we'll get some ice, some salt, get the freezer out, and we'll hand crank that. Okay, it's nice and cool. It's going in. Not sure why, but if you don't add salt, the ice cream will not freeze. The more salt you put on, mix in with the slush, the faster it will freeze. You got the right amount in there, it'll take about 20 minutes. Got it all mixed in there. It turns really easy right now. I can turn it with one finger. When I'm done, I'll have to be holding it with almost two hands. Lean on it pretty hard, otherwise it'll just want to just jerk it around. It's getting close to done. Should we look and see if it's about done?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy, yeah. You want to taste it?
Yeah.
Grab the spoon. Oh, is it good?
Yeah.
Need to keep cranking just a little bit longer.
I'm strong.
Yeah, Jordan's strong. He can crank too. Okay, is everyone hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan helped crank the ice cream. So let's take a look at it. You want to take the lid off? Oh boy, look at that right there. That's the real stuff.